All right, I'm gonna be starting a Cleveland Browns rebuild, and when I rebuild the teams, I actually strip them down to bare minimum players. Like I'll trade all the star players away, and then I'll start rebuilding from there. So we're gonna start out by trading off a bunch of the star players for the Browns. I'll start with Garrett. And we're looking for draft picks. I think the Saints are going to have a bad year, so I'm going to try to trade with the Saints. Let's see if they'll give me this right here. 3 1s and 3 2s. They will not. So what we're going to do is add in some picks after round 2, 3rd and 4th. Will they give it to me for that? They will not. Let's add another 3 and 4 in there. Will it go through now? It will. All right, so we got that trade done. When I trade block, didn't mean to do that. I was confused there for a second. All right, yeah, we'll trade board. We don't expect to get as much for board, but we'll try to get as much as possible. We'll find a team that needs a corner. Right here, the Rams could use it, so see if the Rams will give me 2 1s. 2. And then a 1 and 2 in the future. That's not even close. All right. Since that's not close, we're going to go ahead and put Njoku into this trade. See if that gets it closer. Yep, that's much closer because I saw they needed a tight end as well. All right, now we're going to add in draft picks. We still got a future 3 and 4 here we could throw in. It's close, but still declined. We'll add a 5th. And we got the trade done. All right. We might have one more trade in us. We'll see. Just kind of looking over what I got on the roster right now. All right, that's it. I think I could go ahead and do this. Let's find someone who they need a left guard, but they're not giving me any value for him. So what we could do is go out here and see who is giving value for this player. He may not have value because of his age. All right, so I guess we're not gonna have another trade. We'll just take a look at what we have in draft picks then. All right, so we got 5 first-round picks in this upcoming draft, 3 seconds, and 2 sevens. We only got 2 ones in next year's draft, and 3 twos, 3 fives, a 6, and a 7. We got 3 ones in 2028, and 3 twos, a 5, 6, and a 7. All right, that'll have to do. And now we need to see if we need to sign any players here. Right, we need to sign a tight end. Instead of signing a defensive end, I'm just going to move Aiden Huntington over to the right end position. So we need a corner and a tight end. I don't need a good tight end. I just need a body here for a year. And if you're wondering, yes, I've already got rid of Deshaun Watson. He's off the team. And I've eaten his giant salary. We could actually use a good tight end or a good corner here, so I'll see what we got. I'll take Samuel here. He's young and 76 overall, so he's got room to grow. All right. Now we're going just depth chart, auto order it. Here we go. Everything should be good. And I'll send to the regular season. We're just going to auto upgrade players. I ain't worried about how the computer does it for them. All right, now we'll get our draft class. All right, so what I'm going to do is just mark all the first round talent for now. This way I could just keep an eye on them and see how they are down the road. And we're probably not going to make the Super Bowl, so we'll just send them to the Super Bowl here. All right, so the Browns went 1-16, which means we probably have the number one pick. Take care of this auto uh, upgrading. Let's take a look at the mock drafts and see what pick we got. Yeah, we got number 1 and 4. 15 and 16, and we should have one more in 19. Okay, so we should have some information on the quarterbacks now a little bit. All right. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and go to the off season. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. So the San Francisco 49ers beat the Baltimore Ravens 28-16. I'm not going to have money for free agency this year because of releasing Deshaun Watson. So what I'm going to do is just send straight to the draft. Plus all those trades I made hit my salary cap for this year. All right, so at this point we should have all the information we need on the players. All right, so I'm gonna remove this guy. I don't like my quarterbacks being too slow. And running backs. I don't like none of the running backs, so we'll remove them. All right, we're gonna keep a look at Overton here. I like guys with speed, and he's got a 4.28 40. I I can leave this guy on. He's under 4.4. All right, so we got 4 wide receivers we're looking at. All right, there's a fast tight end. That's the only tight end I'm going to look at. Yeah, that's the only one. Offensive line speed isn't that important. What I like to look at for them is their strength listing. All right, he's great, so we're going to keep him on the board. All right, we're going to remove this guy. All right, he can stay on the board. I'm going to remove this guy. All right, we'll keep this guy on the board. Oh, he slipped to a third, fourth rounder, though. We'll keep him on there. I don't have a third round pick. I'm going to remove him. All right, look at the centers. All right, I'm going to remove this guy. I'm going to remove this one, too. I didn't mean to exit. So we should be on right guard. All right, I'm going to remove this guy. All right tackles. All right, here we're going to look at speed numbers. I don't like that guy. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. So we got just this one guy here. I would prefer that strength to be good, but everything else is good. I think I'll keep him on the board, but I don't think he'll be a high pick or anything for me. All right, I don't like how slow this guy is, so we're going to remove him. This guy didn't work out, so we're going to have to look at his stats. All right, so these are only 2 I'm going to look at right here. He did do his pro day workout. He's a little bit slow, but he's got really good strength. So I'm going to keep him on the board. I'll go ahead and keep this guy as well. All right, so we only got 2 to look at. I'm going to remove this guy just based on his speed. With defense tackles, I prefer strength over speed. So his lack of strength is going to remove him from my board. With linebackers, I like to look at speed, so I'm going to take both of these off. I'll leave these 2 on, all 3 of these on. Yeah, I'll look at all 3 of these. I'm removing all 3 of those. All right, so I'm only looking at this corner during the draft here. look at this free safety. He's fast enough. I'm gonna remove the strong safety. Alright, I don't see the kicker I like, so I'm gonna take a look at the punters real quick. I don't like none of the punters, so we're not taking the kicker or punter this year. I want to take a look at fullbacks real quick at their combine numbers. I'm just going to mark these three to keep an eye on. Alright, so we're going to go in and start the NFL draft. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and pause the draft because sometimes I take a little bit of time to make my picks. Alright, so take a look at these quarterbacks real quick. Alright, this quarterback looks good. See what this quarterback looks like. I'm gonna take this Telfer at the top pick right here. Needs work on medium accuracy and deep accuracy. Everything else looks good. Oh, he's only rated 72. I did bad. He's going to be a normal dev trait, right? No, he's hidden. Right. He's just going to have a bad overall rating. We could deal with that. All right, so now we're picking at pick 5. We don't know if there's another person I want this high, so I think I'm going to trade down. Like I say, if someone's going to give me 2 first-round picks, the Niners will, but they're giving me the last pick of the draft. Or, well, of the first round. I think I'm going to take the Niners pick here and get that 3rd-round pick. It's a big drop down in value, but I think I'll just take this. So now we're only going to have... We're going to have 5 first-round picks still. All right, so we're probably going to draft at these spots that are remaining here. Now there was a receiver I liked. Oh, it's this guy right here, Overton. Let me take a look because Overton has bad catching. Let me take a look at this more. I think Moore is the one I like here. He is the number 4 rated player in the draft. Only normal dev trait, but has good speed numbers. Alright, we can work with that. Oh, I got the next pick too. I think I just want to go to the offensive lineman now. Alright, there's only one of the tackles left that I was looking at. So by default, he's going to be the pick. He does have hidden dev trait. Strength a little lower than I like, but it's close. That's the next pick, which is 19. I might be trading 19 away. I just don't know if there's another person that I was looking at. See, this left end is there. I might keep it and take one of the ends here. All right, there's only one of them left. What's left at defensive tackle? Nothing that I liked. All three of these linebackers are still here. I think I'm going to take this left end here. Number 11 player in the draft. Only normal depth trade again. Decent numbers, nothing great. And now we got the last pick. I only want one pick. I have to skip the next pick. There we go. I think I'm going to look at those linebackers, see if they made it this far. All right, two of them made it. All right, I'm going to take this guy right here. He does have hidden depth trait. Yeah, he's got decent numbers overall. Oh, he drafted for me. It took a fullback for me. Oh, I was at my pick and skipped. All right, well, we got another pick here. So we're just going to look at our favorites here and see what we got left. We're going to try another receiver here. This was the fast. No, this isn't the fast guy. All right. I'm going to draft this receiver right here. The number 10 player in the draft. He's only got normal depth trait, but he's got decent overall numbers there. All right, so we got pick 49 here. Let's see. All right, this linebacker made it this far, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this linebacker. All right, we can work with that. So we should have a third round pick, I think. The very last pick of the third round. I want to see if that player I liked over here is still available. I think it was a left guard. Yeah, he's gone. All right, so now we're just going to go to all positions here. right, I'm going to take this guy right here. They didn't like the pick. Yeah, I can see why they didn't like it. So we shouldn't pick again to round 4. Here we go. We'll just take this receiver. Take this defensive tackle here. And then like another one. Oh, this guy ain't that bad. It's better than the other one I drafted. I'm just going to draft a kicker. Do the same thing here. Just draft a punter. Punter does have hidden star dev, or development dev, I mean. Alright, so let's take a look at the draft recap. Alright, so my quarterback was a 73 overall. Wide receiver was an 80. Left tackle 74. The left edge is a 78. The Mike is a 74. The fullback that it drafted for me is a 67. The receiver I took is a 78. The other Mike is a 72. Both defensive tackles look terrible, 61 and 58. This receiver looks bad, 69. Kicker 69 and punter 70. Okay. Let's see what the best player in the draft was. I believe that's the other middle linebacker I was looking for. He was an 83 and he was the best player, picked at 28. I want to see where that left guard. There he is. He was a 77 and went at pick 5 in the 3rd round. Yeah, his strength was 96. This is definitely the guy I was looking at. So we'll go on to the next season. All right, so we got 53 players under contract. only thing bad on Telfer is his injury. Everything else is pretty good. So we got 4 running backs. I only carry 3 running backs, so I'm going to release this guy. So I'm going to release the rookie I drafted. Release this guy too. I edit. Okay, so we need to assign 2 tight ends. I think I went to edit again. I did. I'm releasing this guy just for having the last name Watson.
Some players develop the traits are hidden to unlock their potential.
I'm going to move this guy to the Sam linebacker. We're going to be really bad on defense. I can't release anybody else right now. I can't release him yet. I think I got everybody signed that I need to sign, so we should be able to finish off the releasing of people here. Starting with Dustin Hopkins. Alright. All we gotta do is reorder the depth chart here. And we could assume to the regular season. I'm not going to take this much further. I'm just going to go just to the end of this season, basically, because I got to get ready for work. Alright, so we're going to choose the draft class here. I'm not going to worry about marking them right now. I'll mark them later on. Alright. I predict we win 4 games this year. I do have coach firing turned off, so we don't have to worry about coach firing. I'm just going to sim to mid-season. That way I could upgrade the players mid-season. Oh, we're off to a 3-4 season. Only one more win to get my 4 wins I was talking about.
These players are on the last year of their contract.
All right, let me see if I keep
You can view the
re-signing
player's overall
Grant
interest
Delpit
in your
here.
team here.
All right, so we're going to take him to 4.5 and then 6 and see if that'll get him back. Yes, we got him back for 3 years. He is the only player I'm going to re-sign. All right, so we're 3-4. I'm going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs. We went 6-11, so 2 wins more than I thought. So we're going to go ahead and take a look, see how the stats turned out. And Telfer threw a lot of interceptions, but overall he played pretty good. The running game was good. Only got 4.5 sacks from the left end we drafted. See how bad our kicker was. He wasn't too bad. I sent him to the Super Bowl. All right, so it's the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Green Bay Packers. Let's see who wins. Kansas City Chiefs 28-20. All right, so we're 2 seasons in, no playoffs, no Super Bowl, but we are headed in the right direction, going from a 1-16 season to a 6-11 season. And as we look at the mock draft here, we'll see where our picks are. We got pick 8, 13, and I think we got one more, 19. They're suggesting a corner, which is possible. 2 corners, also possible. And a left tackle, definitely possible. That could very well be our draft board right there. All right, we're going to leave it right there.